Now, what is performance nutrition? Performance nutrition is when I will take something like Gatorade, a sports drink, a multivitamin, a protein powder. So that's performance nutrition. Foundation nutrition is dal, chawal, roti, rice, curd rice. How do we structure the athlete's basic nutrition at the end of the day? Okay? I'll give you the tips on that. Important thing you as a coach have to realize. The moment the triangle that's going upwards is the triangle which says when you exercise, your heart rate, respiratory, cardiac and blood pressure increase. And your digestive system, this part, shuts down when you're beginning to play. May I ask you, on an average, how many hours does your player practice per day? Minimum 3 hours, I would like to say minimum 3 hours, maximum 6 hours. Think about it as a coach. 24 hours a day, 10 hours for sleep. Okay, let's say 8 hours for sleep, 2 hours for other things. So you've got 14 hours left. Of these 14 hours, now you have taken away 6 hours. So how many hours do I have left? 8 hours. Right? In 8 hours, as a nutritionist, you come to me and say, Ryan, this kid needs to eat. I've got 8 hours and you need to give him 6 meals a day. So we need to train our kids to eat also when they are practicing. So the first rules, number 1, this is important. Again, the presentation is available on my email ID to you. So kindly, let this sink in. Rule number 1, minimum, your kid needs to eat 5 times a day. I have a 8-year-old player who came to me last week in Bangalore, and he was eating breakfast, lunch and dinner. That's 3 meals a day. So what's going wrong over there is I needed to get 2 more meals into the day. Mother says he's going to school. Such kids need to get special permission in the school to open up their tiffin box and eat even during class hours. These are people you are training to become future champions. So you need to also interact with the school and tell the school, listen, this kid is an exceptionally good kid. Please allow him a 5-minute break to chomp on an energy bar, on a sandwich. Okay? There are a lot of implications on the kid sharing the energy bar or the sandwich with his colleagues. But what I've seen is on regular counseling with kids, they tend to understand that I am doing output, I am driving my car by playing tennis, I need to get my input correct. So that's very important. Minimum 5 times a day. With most athletes, a fruit, a milkshake, an energy bar, I consider this also a meal if it's more than 300 calories. So I go up to about 8 meals a day, which include meals during practice. Now people come up to me and say, how can you give a meal when you're playing? For the Guinness World Record, when we did a 26-hour non-stop event, I couldn't tell the lady eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. Every hour something was going into her. So what we need to do is, you as a coach need to get in touch with your nutrition and say, listen, my player is going to be playing for 4 hours. Each hour of tennis is going to be roughly at maximum 400 to 450 calories. Mr. Ryan, I need you to do this, or Mr. Nutritionist or Mrs. Nutritionist, you need to do this. You need to give me 400 into 4 hours, 1600 calories over and above the calories that this person as an individual requires. I'll talk about that in a minute. Second rule, this is a little difficult if you're not at the top level. It's called 3, 2, 1. A dish should have 3 parts of carbohydrate in it, 2 parts of protein in it, and 1 part of fat in it. It's a little difficult, but when people come to our customized clinic, we actually get into those details. But there is, in India, suddenly this huge found success for only protein. I don't agree with that. It's not only protein. It's about carbohydrate, it's about fat, it's about a whole balance. The advent of Dr. Google, okay, gives you the ability to search up on the internet on stuff. The problem in that is just one. We tend to take selective bits of information. You need to take a collective amount of information, especially in nutrition. Like recently I had an example. A mother came up to me and said, I got these gummy bear chewables with DHA and omega-3 for my kid. I'm giving her 4 tablets a day. Now when I went in the kid's diet, the carb and protein were not enough, but she was getting omega-3 4 tablets. So the mother was really happy that she had this sports nutrition plan. So these are small things that you should be as a coach looking out for. The danger signs of parents becoming coaches. Me as a nutrition coach, you as a tennis coach. I'm sure you experience it, but that's important.